Alright, everybody. We got ourselves a big old best of 3 match here from the Team Liquid Star League. And in the bottom left, looks like he's starting out with a cheeky proxy barracks. This is Shopify Rebellion's Byun. Gonna be playing against his teammate, the none other than the Queen of Blades, one of the best Zergs to grace the StarCraft world. It is the Canadian hero, Shopify Rebellion Scarlett. Two of the most popular players out there who have, I mean, Scarlett has not been a world champion. She has been an she was the only Olympic StarCraft tournament there was. It was not technically an official Olympic event, but there was an Olympic partnered StarCraft tournament, IEM Pyeongchang 2018, held in the Winter Olympics. God damn, it was cold. And I've never been electrocuted so many times in a hastily built brand new hotel before. But despite that, it was a very awesome event. And Scarlett there abusing Overlord drops to take out SOS in the grand finals. And a very, very fun tournament and a cool historic one. Of course, Byun is a 2016 world champion. And what is she just banking on him proxy rexing? She's doing a one base. Wait. Was this a 14-14 or a 13-12? She's on 16 drones, so is it 14? She's going 14 gas, 14. She's so convinced that he was gonna proxy racks that she's just like, yeah, I'm just gonna blind counter this harder than I've ever blind countered anything in the entire world before. Guys, she is like doing one of the most aggressive all-in openings. And it hard counters him because he's built his buildings outside his base. He's like, I'm trying to rush you. She's like, mate, I'm rushing you. He needs to just hang back, honestly. He needs to keep his Marines there. He's trying to still fight. I think he thinks this is just a 16 pool, but this is not. She's only on 1 hatchery right now. She's making a baitling nest. He's gonna come in, he sees no hatchery, and he's at this point, he might think she has a gold base. He might be like, oh, she's got a gold. I gotta watch out, bro. He's gonna start a factory behind this. She's already cutting off his retreat potentially. And it's kind of funny, right? Because I'm like, just wedge your Marines in that little gap so they can't get surrounded by Zerg. And his problem is then the Banelings might be able to get him now. Keep in mind, Scarlett's link speed, it's about to kick in, and he will see it in a moment with his barracks. The wings are about to pop out of those Zerglings. They run in a lot faster. Oh, he's in trouble. Now keep in mind, she's only got 1 queen injecting, so her lava production sucks. It's really weak right now. She needs an Overlord very, very soon. Come on, Zerglings! Oh, a lovely surround. She's going to stop any of those Marines from getting home. That factory, it's finished up now. He's starting a Hellion. He can repair the wall. Oh, wait. No, he can't. That's 8 Banelings. It takes 4 Banelings. 5, sorry, to kill a supply depot. He's going to have to full wall this. Thing is, she has enough to blow up the depot and the bunker. She's got enough Banelings to do both. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Here we go. She's in. She's in. Oh! Oh, he tries to land the barracks, but there's an opening. Okay, 1 Bernie car is going to try and defend. The Drilly Boys pulled off the line. They can fight the Zerglings, but they cannot fight the Banelings. Acid-filled balloons of death, destruction, and danger. Scarlett going for a huge gamble in this game, but my God, did she understand what Byun was going to do to punish her. He was going to try to rush her, catch out one of her greedy openings, put the pressure on her. And she absolutely read this perfectly. She said either he doesn't scout at all and he dies to 1 baseling Bane. Let's go back in this replay, by the way. Was it 13-12 or 14-14? Because I was not paying attention. I think it's 14-14. She builds 1 more drone. Yep, so she's going for the gas. So the thing is, get this, guys. Get this. If he didn't go for proxy racks, is she dead? Can she? No, because Byun very rarely scouts. And if he does, it's only with his Reaper. By the time a Reaper gets across the map, it's 2 minutes 30, which is just before Ling speed finishes, which means he's going to lose the Reaper before it gets home, and her Lings will already be flooding in, and her Banelings morphing, and he'll have almost no time to respond. So even with his macro builds, because Byun skips scouting so often and does a lot of greedy builds, good chance he dies to this anyway, but obviously this was the dream, and this is what she was hoping for. Perfect planning. She gets an easy map 1 victory. Nice planning from Scarlett. All right, guys, up here in the top right side, a bit of a rough start to the series. His opening it's a 2 racks, but it was a pressure opening because he was going factory behind it. It's not really a kill move. He's just looking to see if he can leverage his micro to get a lead. Shopify Rebellion's Byun. And his
Thanks for the
opponent...
Bezos bucks.
No, you're not... You're kidding me. 14 gas, 14 pool again? Oh my god. Scarlett, you meme lord. Oh my god. Okay, this is actually just ridiculous. And he's proxying a barracks again. But he's going... Oh, what the hell? Teammate games can honestly be the dumbest thing ever sometimes. When you've got two teammates playing, it's just absolute mind games sometimes. This is insane. So we've got barracks there coming in as well. Oh my gosh. Big thank you everyone supporting. We'd give you guys some big props and thank yous in between the games. Thank you so much for the love, everybody. Really appreciate it. But holy crudsicles, man. What's going on? I mean, she doesn't see the barracks yet, so she doesn't know. He doesn't scout at all either. He just goes and builds 3 barracks. He's like, I'm gonna go all in. And you know what? He might actually be like, hey, you're gonna do the same thing and I'm gonna overwhelm you. Because 1 base, Zerglings, even if you get Ling Speed and Banes, doesn't beat 3 barracks Marine production. And I think there's an argument that's actually true. There is a real argument around if you micro your early Marines well enough, don't lose them to the early Zerglings. As your number grows with good focus fire on Banelings and so on, it's going to be awkward for the Zerg. Now, don't get me wrong, it's awkward on both sides, but yeah. Oh, she does not see this? No, sorry, he does not see it. She sees him coming with her Overlord, of course. She's hiding Zergs out there. That Overlord should have got to the pillar a little bit quicker, but it does pull back. She's trying to get across this map. She says, hey, you're not going to have a wall off up yet. And he says, yes, I will. Yes, I will. Immediately puts a bunker down. Surprising that it's a bunker and not a depot there, as you'll need a depot anyway at some point, and it has the same hit points. But there we go. It does raise that wall. Marine's on the way back. Sees the Zergans coming again, and he knows he's being 1-base Baneling all in again. But Scarlett, I think this time, oh, he's leaving 1 barracks, is lifting off. 2 barracks are being left behind to produce. She's up on 11 Zerglings, 13 Zerglings. Now remember what I said, 1 hatchery producing. It's a very low amount of Zerglings, and she can't stop him getting home. So he gets a bunker up on the ramp. Easy peasy. Now his other Marines do get caught, so that is a bummer for him. 1, 2, this one will go down as well. And he has to lift his other barracks and go home. He starts a gas, guys. Starts mining gas there. Excuse me, sorry guys. Just had to mute the mic there for a second to clear the throat. Yeah, he's doing that now. He's going to try and full wall. She's morphing Banelings in vision. That's a mind game because she's droning and building a hatchery. Oh my god, she just baited the wall off. Guys, she's actually droning. She knows she won't bust it, but she accidentally, quote unquote, morphed Banelings in vision. And now Byun goes out and he's like, wait a second, don't finish building these structures. Cancel them. So he's going to leave them at maybe 3/4 complete because he needs to get a command center. He's going to cancel the barracks, build a factory, cancel that bunker or eBay, whatever it was. And he needs that command center. There we go. So he realizes I've got a backup bunker. This should be enough, especially with these barracks coming in to reinforce this wall off. And he's got an opening there. He's leaving an opening there. That is not solid. There's still a diagonal there as well, even between these 2 barracks, guys. So he's just going to pull back, build some add-on Scarlett there, though. She's hidden the Banelings. That's very cute. Now, these Banelings could be used to walk into a mineral line, or if she expects him to drop a 3rd on location, she could run up, click on the command center, and blow it up. Now, it's very doubtful because Terrans tend to take this 3rd. Looks like she's just hiding them for a flank for now. 27 drones up. Can she manage to do this? I don't even know, man. Do you recover from a 14-14? Well, command center is not finished. Bring up the income tab. We can see she's definitely higher. Even with a mule mining, she's significantly higher right now. But he has got 3 barracks and an engineering bay and a factory and a starport. And he's only got 1 add-on so far, so it's not a crazy amount of infrastructure. But against a Zerg who hasn't started their 3rd base, to have all of that tech up, it's a significant lead. So even though she's got the economy lead, it's like, you got to remember, you might be like, well, Zerg's ahead in economy. What the hell, man? Dude, she's got to build a 3rd hatch. That's 300 minerals. Where's she going to get that 300 minerals from? She's also got to kill a drone every time she builds a structure. What if she wants to go double Evo chamber and a Bane nest so that she can put her tech in line with this Terran tech? Well, guess what? That's another 3 drones she's got to kill. Every gas, another drone she's got to kill. So Zerg often will pop ahead in the workers. But you're going to notice then, oh, I'm building a 3rd base. Oh, I'm taking gases. Oh, I'm trying to spend minerals on extra queens right now. It's a struggle for Scarlett to keep up. Now, she's got a bit of over-droning right now. Her third, I think, was maybe a little later than it could have been, but that 2 base income is, of course, doing very well for her. Hellions have now moved down. The command center is there. Banelings and Zerglings will return home. Will keep her safe from some of the potential held-back counterattacks that could come out. And I do like this choice of the Viking from Byun, especially if he finds this Overlord up here. Maybe the Overlords on the edge that are watching these cog turners. For those who don't know, it's a turning cog machine that pumps the cog juice here into the side of the map. So, power station, I guess? I don't know. I'm going to keep calling it a cog turner. You shut up, Twitch chat. YouTube comment section. You don't know nothing. You guys are dumb. I'm a smart. I had the microphone. My voice is louder. Hellions are going to come in and get deflected. 5 queens, of course, something very scary to run past, especially when you know there's banelings on the map. Don't want to run past queens into banelings. Marines with +1 and stim on the way. 2 medevacs will start up, and he will have 200 gas, but he's desperately got to figure out what his next step is, because he starts, there we go, double medevac. Do we go 3rd command center or double gas? Because it's a bit of a toss-up. Byun's very committed to a 2-base build right now because of all this leftover production, and I think that's totally fine. As I say that, one Hellion gets surrounded. Good pullback there by Scarlett, who still looking very efficient in her units lost tab. And remember, she got him to cancel all those structures as well. So you might add up and go 100 minerals, 200 minerals, so that's 300, 350. Why is there another 150? That's from all the cancelled structures. So cancelled structures do show up in the units lost. You just don't get an image. It just shows in the resource value. Nice kill there. He did not catch this Overlord in the back, though, and she sees no gases. She'll see they are down now, but definitely indicative of a 3rd command center going down. If he was super committed on 2 base, likely would have had those gases early. You can see he's struggling to get enough gas for both tanks and medevacs, but stim is there. +1 is about to kick in. She's got 8 banelings, 12 zerglings, 28 more zerglings on the way. The queen's going to move out a little far on their own. Odd positioning from Scarlett here. Queen pulling back on the south. The Marines and Hellion try to hunt her down. But already, looks like some of these Hellions fall into the queens. She should click on those medevacs. A little bit of a misstep for Scarlett to not focus the medevacs down. There we go. She finally starts landing some hits, gets a bit. Those medevacs, the most valuable part of that army. Nonetheless, she defends well. She's on 60 workers versus 44. Those are numbers a Zerg player likes to see. Now, she's heading across the map, but I want to see her be sneaky. I don't want Scarlett to just headbutt. I'd like to see her wait for Byun to take his 3rd. Do nothing but build Lingbane in the meantime. And she's got a perfect 1-1 Speedbane timing. Speedbane, 1-1, both going to finish in about 50 seconds, maybe 40 seconds. Yeah, she'll lose a few creep tumors, maybe a queen or 2. The queens are kind of walling the banelings there. That's a little awkward. He kills the queen and does let the banelings through as a result of that. But some nice trades for Byun there. He's thinking about moving his 3rd out now. 4th and 5th barracks is on the way for him. He hasn't started +1 armor yet, nor got a 2nd engineering bay and an armory. Because of that, he's kind of like, just slowly getting to the next step. But Scarlett is doing nothing but Lingbane. I've talked a lot about 60 drone Lingbane all-ins and how good they are, but he sees it. He sees it coming. Seeing the mass Baneling heading across the maps, that's so good for him. And he's actually going to siege tanks out in the middle of the map, which is really stupid. He really should put those tanks on the high ground. Byun, you don't want to get 2-0'd here. It's only a best of 3. This is TSL. Yes, there's a lower bracket. There's a loser's bracket if you get there. But she absolutely could have overwhelmed that position. I mean, they were tucked in a corner, but my God, I don't know if it's bravery or silliness there. He's still moving forward? She could just flank this and get him, but because she doesn't know where the army is, it's going to be hard for her to pick the fight. So I think she might stumble into tank fire again, and an intimidating map control focused style here from Byun. Maybe this pays off. I'd love to see how this works. She's on 1-1. He's only on +1 attack. And there's going to be a giant fight. She's a bit heavy on the banelings right now. Not that many zerglings. Oh, here we go. Big attack coming in. Look at the focus fire on the tanks. He's trying to kill the banelings there. Gets a few of them, but those tanks do go down. But, 3rd base is in the open, guys. SCVs in the open, banelings rolling into the natural. Are they going to get onto that mineral line? They mostly go on the tanks. Those 2 banelings get in. They get a few SCVs. The whole 3rd mineral line just died. She's in that natural. Oh, she does kill a lot of SCVs here. This is a brilliant attack from Scarlett, but she does trade an insane number of banelings. So look at the units lost tab. Very bad cost for cost trade. The reason this is a good move for her is because she cleared the 3rd and got a bunch of SCVs killed in the natural. So her income is just way better. So now she's just got to stay on Massling Bane, make sure he can't kill her with a counterattack. And if she could squeeze 1 or 2 more rounds of drones out, that would be huge. But you can see she's a little low on saturation right now, needs a few more workers there. But just keep squeezing out handfuls of drones at a time. And when 2-2 kicks in, she should be able to just kill him by just having overwhelming numbers. Right now, though, Byun has the army advantage, and the Viking cleared up all that Overlord vision. And because of that, she's surprised by this move. She doesn't see it coming ahead of time. Her Lings will come in. Her Queen's focusing the medevac this time. And that's much better for making sure he can't just keep coming in and out with those medevacs low like that. 34 hit points. For those who don't know, a Queen has 7 anti-air range. She does 9 damage a shot. So just 4 shots there. Would it take that out? 2 more drones go down in a place. This is the place. 3 drones go down to the Liberator. She's only got 6 queens, so she doesn't have the most mobile anti-air. He's going to rotate that. Oh, Byun's looking for low APM, high potential damage moves. The Spore here will damage the medevac, but won't actually kill it. And that Liberator sieges up. Oh, he's wasting shots. Oh, he sieged it in a bad spot. That Liberator is shooting the drones as they move on in. But look at that. A ton of dead Zerglings died around those Marines. Unfortunately, this Liberator was shooting the drones as they were popping in. Now it's going to be able to take out some more units. The Queens are going to come forward. No micro from Scarlett right now. She is distracted. She's going for a YOLO. She wants to kill him again, but the tanks this time, I talked about it earlier, there was no reason seeing that much Ling Bane coming across the map for his tanks to be so far out. Byun was way too aggressive earlier. He's learnt his lesson though. And this time it's Scarlett who oversteps. She attacks into these tanks. This one is behind the now non-existent natural wall. This one's on the high ground. And this is really good. Now, I like this little semi-wall off, but I'd really want him to finish his natural wall. Otherwise, Zergling run-bys could cause problems. Now, Infestation Pit's on the way. That tells us Scarlett probably wants to play Ultras this game. Could be Lurkers, but with the gas count, notice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gas only now going down. Maybe she goes Hydras and Lurkers, but probably not. If it is Hydras, it's just for Lurkers. Probably an Ultralisk style, and that's a very good way to kind of A-move your opponent. I think it's one of the simplest armies to just mess Terrans up with. It's all about just setting up correctly, positioning correctly for that. You guys will notice I do remove the production tab a fair bit. Some people are like, production tab, always, I need to see it, Pig. I'm going to go out on a limb and say, if you guys always, at every moment of the game, need the production tab to be open, you might realize you're the guy who's watching the sports game and you're not actually watching the plays, you're just watching the score move constantly. You just like 80% of the time your eyes are on the score. Appreciate the game, appreciate the movement on the screen. Watch these absolute Chad gamers bloody juke it out here, the movement, the activity. It's beautiful to see. So if that's ever blocking it, if I'm ever trying to get a bit more of a panoramic view of one of these battles to see how they're positioning, do forgive me for that, guys. Should be all good. 57 SCVs versus 77 drones. I mean, that on paper looks great for Scarlett. Keep in mind, she's only had that economy lead for a short time, though. And right now, she's not really spending her lava correctly. Her army supply sucks. Scarlett, I think she's stalled out a little bit. I think she realizes she got a big advantage earlier. And honestly, I wish there was more Ling Bane just waiting up here to go in. But now that he's got such a good defensive spready of tanks, she's kind of forced to go to the next step. She doesn't have a spy. She doesn't have a Hydra Den. Oh, really? Oh my god, another Liberator? Maybe the same one from earlier. 5 drones, maybe? Yeah, she did not pull her drones back correctly. 6 drones do go down. She's got 79 though. Does it matter? Well, it matters because if he pushes her soon, she's going to die. What do I mean? She's going 3-3 Adrenal, a Viper, and Ultra Cavern, and she's going up to 85 workers. Like, that's all cool. Where is the Zergling production? Guys, he could beat her with his army right now. Now, obviously, he's very defensive. She's got good creep spread that'll help her hang on. But Scarlett, I'd like to see a little bit more respect for your Terran opponent here. Ooh, let's see what she can do. Liberator's going to come in. Oh, he's trying to do the Vindicta here. She's got 3 spores on the left, but that one there, not quite finished yet. She's going to move in and tank it. Oh, maybe, maybe not. Another Liberator comes in on the right, but she's got spores in front of her hatcheries. That one will go down before it can fire. Marine's coming in from behind. He's being a bit of a dick here. Us old gamers, Scarlett and I, and a bunch of the old ones, we do not like dealing with people who just keep queuing those Liberators up. So I really love her spore formations. Drops, libs are the bane of an old gamer's existence. Scarlett's got to be getting close to 28 now. I don't know how old she is, but still, she's got some years on her. If you could cut her open, there'd be a lot of rings, like, you know, in an old tree. There'd be You could run a geological survey on the balance from 2013 to 2014 ZvT. Yeah, that's what I'm getting at is she's been around the block. Now Byun's he's no spring chicken either, but he is, as a Terran player, a man who sacrifices his wrist health and his carpal tunnel and all sorts of shoulder and wrist injuries that he has. Basically because he micros like a beast and plays like a D-bag, and these days he likes to really abuse low APM but high damage potential maneuvers. This Liberator is not queued up correctly, so he does fix it. It was going to siege from right there, but he's going to siege it from down here potentially. Meanwhile, oh shit, she just took, oh my god! Oh my god, guys, those Widowmines 12 kills. Oh, I didn't get to select. I think the other one had about 30 kills. I missed it on screen. She just lost maybe 40 Zerglings to 2 Widowmine shots. Who knows how many of them were Banelings as well. She will clean that up for now, but look at the units lost tab. This is terrible for Scarlett. Remember that first trade with the Banelings was appallingly bad. She's got a lot of Ultras coming in. 3-3 is going to kick in. 3-3 versus 2-2. She's maxed. I think with the economy advantage that she's held for so long, even with a 4th base up, I don't know if Byun can really stand up to her. Another great Widowmine shot. Another good Widowmine shot. He's getting some real value out of these. 2 more Widowmines come in. She doesn't want to chase up that ramp. She's going to attack down the left flank at the same time. And I always feel like Ultras are planetary busters, right? You know, if you've got one of those, you know, one of those tanks where they put like a tractor on front of it for clearing mines and in like World War II and different wars and shit like that. I imagine the Ultralisk is basically like he's got a bloody, oh no! Oh, 10 kills as well. He's got one for clearing out the planetaries. Like if you get Ultras, especially if you click an Ultra in the mineral line, it will run in there and it will hit the command center and the SCVs repairing it at the same time with its splash damage. So they're just such a good unit for taking out planetaries. But here we go, Ultras running in. Watch out for the Widowmines! A few Banelings do manage to get on past there. Ultras are so good at tanking, and when they close the distance, they do great damage. But that Arc is starting to trade very well. Those 2 Ultras disappeared. She does get a bunch of the SCVs, but she's traded a lot of units for it, and she's just lost some drones behind this as well. So I think another Liberator came in and wasted some mining. Another couple of Ultras go down, and she kills some SCVs, but I don't think these trades are necessarily enough. Still down in army supply. His upgrades will catch up in a moment. +3 attack will kick in. That was a 3-3 versus 2-2 timing. A nice way for Scarlett to play. She's gone double Spire. I don't think that's the right move. I think definitely having some Corruptors, just 5 or 6 Corruptors to kill Medivacs will be game-changing, especially if Liberators come out. But most importantly, Ultras and Ling count is the most important thing. Especially now it's Heavy Marauder. She needs more Zerglings. And you don't want to throw your Lings away at the start of the fight. This is kind of a weird thing, where if you can flank with most of your Ling Bane, after the Ultras have set off most of the Widowmines, that's the dream. 11 Banelings to 1 Widowmine. Oh, this map has been Widowmine nightmare. It has been a Widowmine nightmare for Scarlett. He picks up, saves some of those units. Byun, on the left side, gets a few drones on that base. I'd love, oh, this is a good drop. If he moved in the mineral line, that would have been even better, but of course he's running away up there. Viking is going to even take out an Overseer. What a dick. Just being as annoying as he possibly can. Scarlett, she's trying to go Broodlords right now. I actually don't think the air upgrades are that important with Broodlords. I really think that's a bonus. I think Infestors or Vipers is more important. And she's actually realizing her economy is not great now. She felt so rich before, but he's just been chipping at her. And she's down to 67 workers. She's trying to build 15 right now. But that means her army's going to be light for a little while. And the moment you're out of position, the moment your army is even a little light, the Terran will punish you. Byun has a 5th base going up. He doesn't care about rebooting SCVs. As long as he can keep dropping mules, mining with those 50 SCVs, he's up 53 army supply. If she had a pack of Broodlords out, this might be comeback potential. But without that, this is Mass Marauder. I don't know what she can do right now. This is incredibly tough, dude. Ooh. Oh my god, Ling's coming around. Ultra is starting to get some big hits the moment the Ultra hits land. These units crumble, but at the same time, Mass Marauder annihilates her Ultras, and she does tap out. Now you might be thinking that was a little early. Let's rewind to just a few seconds earlier. So she comes in with that Ling flank I was talking about, real nice, and even just holding them in position for a little bit is huge, because this is her whole army. Once these Ultras are gone, what's she gonna do? What's she gonna do? You've got to keep in mind what she had left right now. 1 Ultra, 36 Zerglings. on the way, 25 out. I mean, 50 Zerglings and an Ultra is not going to stop this parade. He's got enough Marines. He'll kill the Corruptors. The Medivacs will get back to healing. Still got a field of Widow Mines that's going to move on to this base, and you just lost your bottom right. So you're in big trouble. GG, it's going to go to game 3. All right, guys, going into game 3 and swapping to the overlay that I'm actually meant to be using today. Like a Chad Gamer. Thank you very much for hanging out, everybody. We are here with Byun in the bottom left, and indeed did have a very impressive comeback in that last game in the top right of this Scarlett. Now, Scarlett, I think she was a little bit Baneling heavy on her first attempt to bust through Byun. And I do think maybe she could have just been a little more Zergling heavy. It's always so hard to judge. I think her first attack was very successful. But her second attack, where he put his tanks further back, including one on the high ground, really allowed him to get back into that game. But I do love the idea of where she was and just saying, you know what, I'm ahead, but I'm going to hold down the Ling Bane key and kill you with it. It worked out really, it was actually quite good. Now, we got to see Ultras look bad, right? Ultras are an amazing unit, and a lot of people are like, Ultras, you just build them if you want to throw. Ultraless the throw unit, lol. And I'm always like, man, Ultras are such a good unit, and they're so underrated by so many people in StarCraft. But it was that scenario where it's like, well, if you don't quite have the numbers, and you don't have Lings in enough numbers, or a flank, or a fungal, yeah, Ultras look pretty bad just attacking into a superior Marauder count, right? They stim, they stutter, it goes that way. But that's kind of the way a lot of Terran armies go in general, right? Think about the nature of the Terran as a bit of a glass cannon, right? The Zerg is a bit meatier, can take some hits, but if they can close that ground and hold you still, they will crush on through. And then you've got like, Terran is like, we have really high damage, and, well, you know, we basically need to gun them down before they get close to us, because none of our stuff has a lot of life. Like, yeah, Marauders aren't too weak, you know, 20 hit points less than a Roach, but not too bad. But like Marines, the actual high damage unit versus anything that's not an Ultra, so fragile. Tanks, you know, pretty damn fragile, right? They're a little stronger than a Roach, barely tougher than a Roach. And a lot of their units follow that same pattern. Cyclones, sneeze on them, they'll break. Vikings, they got buffed their hit points at some point, still pretty fragile. And yeah, it's kind of wild. Now, keep in mind, Byun's scouting game 3, because this is an elimination match from the upper bracket. Whoever wins this map will take it and go on to the round of 16 of the TSL, and the other one will go down to the losers bracket. So he saw after game 1 and game 2, she both went 14 gas, 14 pool. He was like, nope, no more of this shit. I am not going to put up with this. I am going to scout. I will play it safe. And I think we're going to see the Marine drop plus the 3 Hellions driving around. Often we see Banshee after that. I think we might see the factory swap into the reactor for a few more Hellions as well. So keep your eyes peeled. I think we'll see Tech Lab on that, and the barracks will lift and build the Tech Lab as well. Go Tech Lab on the starport. Seven Marines coming across. 3 Hellions on the right side. They're going to clean up that Zergling. Very nice. Three guys on gas already. Baneling Nest goes down pretty early, so Scarlett playing very safe here. I think she thinks this might be a Hellbat timing or something like that, and I guess it can turn into one. I say as the armory goes down. Scarlett's a lot smarter than I am, guys. I don't know if you guys have noticed that from her, you know, 7,000 MMR or whatever it is, 6-8, whatever it is these days. But, oof, 3 drones going down. It's a good start for Byun. Now, she's pretty low on drones. I think she might be overestimating this. She's building spores. She's only at 37 drones after losing those 3. This is not a great work account for Scarlett. Alright, that armory's almost done. So this is going to be 7 Hellions, but the other ones are lagging a bit behind. Byun should have moved out with those a few seconds ago. That being said, it's alright. He will still hit with 7 Marines, 7 Hellbats, and the Medevac. The rule of 7! 7-7-1, 7-11. If it was 7-1-1, it would be better. Then it would be 7-11. As it is, it's the 7-7-1. It's the upside down Australian version of 7-11 here. Scarlett, she's got a lot of Queens and a lot of Banes. If she can hit the center of mass with the Banes, she crushes it. But he's going to do a spready. Watch out. Big spready coming. Big spready. She's got to blow. Det. Oh, great debts. Yep. Oh, she almost gets the Banshee as well. She knows his builds really well. I mean, she read this fantastically. She shuts it down. Hats off to Byun for just pulling back, though. You see this with Maru, right? Best Terran in the world, best player in the world right now. Arguably, Rogue is better, but, you know, it's between those two right now, I think. I think that's pretty undisputed after they've both taken out pretty much all the top kids in Europe in the last 2-3 months and looked really dominant leading into the World Championships. I think those two. But yeah, Maru will do that. The point, Pig, get to the point. Sorry, I've been casting a lot today, guys, and I'm just a bit excited. Keep losing my thread of my brain ship. Pulling back when you realize an attack, no matter how much you commit to it, if you realize it's going to be a bad fight, there is nothing you can do worse than just throwing the units away. If you pull back, those units could be useful in another situation later. But if you force your opponent to build a whole lot of defense, that is a win in of itself. Now, if you then throw your units into the meat grinder, well, it's a double win. Because not only did they stop your attack, but they shut down your army with a very good trade. But if you save those units, they could be very effective, used in a better trade later on, in a better fight. So it's very smart for Byun to just pull those units back. His Banshees are now being dickheads. They come in and kill 4 drones. No 4th on the left. 4th is on the right for Scarlett. She might be thinking about a 5th on the left. Queen is like, leave, dudes. Banshee's going to go float in the back for a little bit. Ooh, that's almost out of energy, but no, it's got enough. She's got a second spore there to create some zoning. She does need to leave another queen in the main. And, ooh, that Banshee's so close to death. Behind this, the 3rd command center is morphing into an orbital up there. We've got 3 barracks finished, a factory, a starport, 4th and 5th barracks on the right side. Now, this is only single eBay, is it? Single engineering bay. This is a huge push. Oh my god, guys. 2 tanks, 27 Marines, 3 Hellbats, and those 2 Banshees not really going to take part in this. But she does not have Baneling speed. It's just started. It's 7:30 and her Bane speed just started. It's so late. Get out of there, Scarlett! She realizes what she's running into now. Oh my god. And she might have to just give this hatchery up. This is she's on 85 drones. She cannot fight. She cannot fight. She does not have a macro hatch. Her 5th base has just started on the left. I think if she can counterattack, it'd be great. And she does just that. She gets one of the tanks. Give up the base. Give it up, Scarlett. You cannot fight here. The Lings go for that other tank, but this time the Hellbats are guarding it. Brilliant play from Byun there. Hellbats guarding from the Ling flank. This is something that Terrans... I don't know who the first Terran is that figured this out. I probably want to credit like innovation with that. But the moment Terrans started leaving Hellbats to guard their siege tanks from Ling flanks, it looks absolutely beastly. Queens are so good right now at just biding time. But is buying time enough? Scarlett's so far down in the army supply. Like I said, yeah, she's lost 5 works. She's still at 80. She's got a great economy. As long as she just waits, she could be okay. She gets the tank. She gets the tank. She's going in pre-Baneling speed. Okay, 1-1's now finished, but she's already traded a lot of her units. That Banshee will go down. Both the Banshees came around and tried to help this army. She's got her 5th base up. She miraculously holds. Bane speed is still up. Now there's another tank coming, and there's 2 tanks coming, actually. Those 2 tanks could set up once again. Oh, this is so hard for Scarlett. She's trying to make more Banelings. She's got a lot of lava right now. She's floating a little bit of minerals. Oh, she's got to go for it. Okay, she's going to jump in the hot top. If the Banelings can find the Marines, it'd be big, but great spreadies and pullbacks from the Marines, and she can't finish the tank. Oh no, that 1 tank standing there, anchoring this. Her backup Banelings might force these Marines back for a moment, but I talked about she might have to give this base up now. She definitely has to now. This is such a good push for Byun. Scarlett here, I think if she gave this base up from the start, she might have been in a better scenario. It's so hard to say, though. Such a nice push from Byun. He's only on 59 workers. She's still got 4 bases. I mean, she's not behind in income. She won't be once those workers transfer, guys, but it's still close enough with mules. Obviously, most of that being scans, but he's still got 4 mules right now mining. It's close enough. And the problem is that the army gap, it's by getting her to fight, he kept making her take bad trades. Every time she trades bad, it means it's even longer until she gets close to him in army supply. And she needs to be close to him in army supply to take a proper decisive engagement. She can't do that because she's been trying to take on frontal fights in bad positions where he's picked how the engagement goes, where it goes, and now she realizes, okay, I'm desperate. I've got to get out of here. A giant Lingbane backstab is going to be a huge move. Now, she's trying to hang on. She should give this base up again. Once again, I think she's just got to keep ducking and moving. Fire and move. Fire and maneuver, you know, move and shoot. This is something she's got to do. She cannot hold this ground, just pull the drones and get out of there. Do not bleed into these tanks. The Ling flank comes in, she gets one siege tank. She's going to get quite a few of those Marines, but look at the way they pull back. The Banelings are not going to connect. Oh, 2 Banelings came in from behind. She actually got some pretty decent hits there. But as I said, this base is not that important. It's this base and then that base that's going to be where her economy migrates to. He's only on 50 workers. I think she could have given the base up. As I say that, though, man, even more of these trades. And he is 5,000 resources ahead in the units lost. And it's the interruptions to the mining. That's, I think, where he's going to win. Now, I don't know if I'm correct about could she have just migrated her economy. Either way, she was too greedy, right? 85 drones. First, what was what? A 56, 58, 60 SCV push. This was a huge 2.5 base kind of committed timing attack from him. And she was absolutely too greedy. And that is why she's taken such a beating. But is she dead? Is she out? No. She keeps that base alive. She's going to try to defend this one on the left. The Ling's not in great enough number to do so. Oh, no! The Muta's got a tank and a lib. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Mutalisks die, and oh my god, just when I thought she had the game back in her control. Guys, remember, Byun is rather all in right now. He's doing a Byun, and he started +2 armor before +2 attack. She's got 2-2, but she's on only drones, mutas, and queens. She had a double upgrade advantage. He was so committed, she has a double upgrade. She still has it. No way, is she gonna do this? Is she actually going to do this? She cleans out the drop. She cleans out the tank. There's a push on the left, though. That base is going to go down. This base never died. She lost another 13 drones. She's trying to re-drone right now. This is absolutely wild. She's transferring drones from her main, her natural. If she transfers those drones out to this base, that'll be a big boost to her income. But she's so busy right now, she hasn't noticed. And that's a bit of a mistake for her. It will cost her if this game goes much longer. Muta's gathering on the left. They'd like to catch the drop, picking up and flying home. But she cannot fight the Marines when they're on the ground, stimmed and focus firing. That natural still heavily saturated, but she transfers a pack of the drones out, but to the wrong base. To the wrong base. She needed to transfer those to this base. That base is criminally undersaturated. Now she's going to go in for the engage. Nice focus fire in the Baneling. She tries to pull back the mutas for a moment, but still a good trade there for Scarlett. I think she lost maybe 1 muta and a couple Banes. Does take out a bunch of the Marines. Now remember that Byun's economy, guys. What's he doing? What's he doing? He's on his way to 2-2. He's trying to squeeze a Thor out. He's on 5 racks. He's never going to afford 8 racks or a 4th command center. Not right now, anyway. He's like, second factory, please. I need Widow Mines. He's realizing he needs Widow Mines. And I wouldn't be surprised if he lifts a barracks and swaps it onto that reactor just to get Widow Mines out to help deal with this Mutiling Bane. They're going to be stuck in the mid-game, and the game is, let's be real, it's sort of reset. If she keeps spreading her creep, and she spread this one backwards, by the way. She took this tumor and spread it backwards to try and connect it over there. She's got a 5th up. This base is mostly saturated now. She's back up to 69 workers. Muta's getting depots. Oh, this is great value. She's still massing mutas. She's got +1 attack. She's adding +1 armor. Overlord speed because she wants to join in there. And I think, honestly, it looks like Scarlett's back in control of this game. As I say that, though, a gap in her map vision up there. And a drop has slid by. And a drop stimming into a mineral line can change the course of this game very rapidly. Now, she's got a Big Ling Bane run by ready. If she hits the natural, the 3rd, they are wide open. They are undefended. But Scarlett is going to go for the frontal engage. Now, she's got 24 Mutalisks. That's a lot of mutas. She wants to just smash this army. She feels she has the numbers advantage, but he's got a great position there. And by not backstabbing, she is letting him get away with a naked 3rd, a naked natural. Byun right now is a naked man walking around acting like he's got the biggest gun in the room when he's naked. He doesn't even have a holster. He's telling people to freeze in the dark, and they're going, oh yes, officer, because he has a deep and commanding voice that demands respect. Little do they know, he's literally a naked psychopath. Finally, Scarlett realizes, hey, wait a second, let's go do something on the backstab with the mutas. She gets 4 SCVs in the turret. The Marines are going to chase her, though. I'd love to see her rotate into the main. The main's naked, but she pulls back. She's being conservative right now. She's going to give up the base, and I love this choice from Scarlett. You can tell she wants to fight him front on, but still, there's nothing in the main. She's not bouncing into the main. She's missing opportunities right now. I don't think she realizes how gimped his economy is. She should, though, because she knows he doesn't have a 4th. And if he's only on his original 3 bases, and she's got this base, she's trying to take a corner. I mean, Scarlett's maxed right now. This is her game to lose. She's going to dive on top. Nice Thor evacuation there. Very well done. She can chase that down, though. She can absolutely chase that down, and she will do just that. She's going to wipe this mineral line, and oh my god, Scarlett. She was so greedy earlier, and she got caught out by it. But despite that, she's fighting back. She's chasing down the tanks and the Thors. The Banelings are coming in. Scarlett cleaning up large amounts of army, 12 SCVs, delaying the mining. Now, don't get me wrong, these aren't the most efficient trades just because Byun is scrambling back and microing very well. The question, though, is can you maintain this? As Byun, you can't. Fresh base. I mean, this base is only half left. Actually, she's not mining as much as I thought. She desperately needs the bottom right, this base, and then probably take this base, or maybe the top left corner as a bit of a hidden one, because Byun will not know about that. Now, she's thinking about coming in. As soon as she sees tanks and marines, she's got to pull out. She's going to go for it. That doesn't make sense. I think she thought he was pushing at the same time. She wants to kill him. She's way ahead right now. +2 infestation pit, 7 mutas on the way. She wants to wipe him off the face of this map. It's still very close army supplies. This is his main base floating down here. She's going to try and bait him out. I'd love to see that hive start up. I don't think she needs to force the issue here, but because she's maxed, she wants to trade. That makes perfect sense. She wants to trade now before his army gets too many Widow Mines and too many other units backing it up. The Muta's going to go for the Thor. The Thor goes down. The Banelings, though, it felt like the Banelings, I don't know if they were just getting shot down next to the Thor or if they actually kind of blew up on it on purpose, but definitely a bit of an awkward situation. This is pure Marine. Pure Marine cannot push forward onto creep like this. She should be able to wipe this. She's only got 19 Banes, so she's going to make a few more, but she's got to defend this base on the right side. And you know what? By taking that little fight, she's prompted him into attacking once again an almost naked third. 1 yellow hit point tank, nothing defending the right side either. Byun this is what you do when you're a desperate Terran. You say the best defense is a good offense. I will attack, and hopefully you won't go around and backstab me, because if you do that, I'm just dead. She's going to go in, take a fight, takes a huge Widow Mine to the Mutas, but she's overwhelming the Marine rally, and that means she finds the Naked Fourth. The Naked Fourth is going to go down, I think. There's only 9 SCVs, and they're just dying to the bounce. She doesn't even need to focus fire them. Look at how quick they die to the bounce damage. I say that, +3 armor is pretty good, apparently. Hatchery over there is going to go down, so she does lose a very important base. She's still doing damage with her Mutas. He is desperately trying to hang on. This game is going down to the wire, because you know what? Scarlett, she's going to have her bottom right base found as well. He sees that with his army. It's only a matter of time till he notices. Obviously, he's scrambling home. He saw that. She can't transfer drones there now because he can just send a few Marines. He could send his whole army. And she doesn't actually have that much mining anymore. She's trying to go mass Muta right now and keep on base trading. The Mutas go back in. He's got a gigantic army and he's up double upgrades. Remember, it is 3-3 versus 2-2. That's something I haven't really mentioned up to this point. Oh, but she's a bit broke. She can't really afford a hive either. And oh no. No, shades of hardwire. These 2 Widow Mines, 45 Baneling kills, baby. Oh, he's gonna block the base. He's such a dick. Well played by Byun. Okay, so Scarlett's getting a Ling Bane run by ready for the left side. On the right, I mean, this base is it's just Marines defending it. Marines look really good if you don't have enough units attacking it, but if she just A-moves that, there's no way that's enough Marines. There's no Widow Mines backing it up. Now the Widow Mines come forward, that could change the math. This is actually wild right now, guys. This is so bloody interesting to see where this goes. The Muta's dancing around right now. He's hanging on. Byun is trying to fight back so hard, but she's gonna go for it. There's no Widow Mines over here. She should click on those medevacs. Her Muta's run into the Marine meat grinder a little bit. She's gonna try and click on the orbital, but she won't be able to kill it. He's quick to respond. She takes a trade. 3 drones go down. Where's that? Widow Mine in the bottom right. Very cheeky from Byun. 10 more SCVs fall. He's on 25 for 69. She doesn't really need to rebuild workers. She's gonna make +2 air armor to get towards 2-2. Her hive is on the way. Drop in the top left comes in. Her Mutas will clean that up. She's going to clean that one up. Looks like there was a bit of a Ling Bane skirmish with the Marines in the middle as well. Does she have Burrow? Ooh, she has Burrow. I think she's been burrowing Banelings. I don't think she landed any, though. I'll have to keep my eye out. Sorry, guys. Didn't realize Burrow had come in just yet. I'd love to see her once again go in the main base. He never has been able to afford the counter to that. Oh, my gosh. Bit sloppy with her Mutas. This is an exciting situation. She snaps a few medevacs on the way out, but she's lost a bunch more drones in the bottom. Her whole army's going to go down there. Mutas will go in the main. And she's going to just circuit this. No, too many Marines there. Scarlett, no! Oh my god. Okay, she takes the Thor out. Not a bad fight until... Oh god, it's a terrible fight. Yeah, she lost quite a lot of Mutas there. Byun's fighting back. She's trading really poorly. Despite having the map presence and the bigger economy, Byun is just like winning engagements overall. Even though he's taking damage. Even though he's losing SCVs. Look at this. He's mass repair. Keeps a few of those SCVs alive for the Marines to get back. He's going to attack the top side. She's going to attack the bottom right now. The Widow Mines there did get some kills, but not too many. 6 and 9, 15. Probably mostly Zergling kills. Not that important. And he will just immediately pull the SCVs and then re-land it and get back to mining. And oh, she tries to catch him not looking. A cheeky maneuver, but the Widow Mines say no. Base on the top left evacuated. Another 13 drones go down. There's still a Marine drop there. He could wipe that. That's her last mining base. That is Scarlett's last mining base. Byun in this high pressure situation fighting back like an absolute Chad. And I wonder if Scarlett just needed to leave this Ling Bane squad spread out more. Is that what she needed to do? I think she did. I think she focused a bit too much on Ling Bane on one army, mutas on another army, and let's let the mutas control the map. But Byun has just been this sneaky snake. He keeps backstabbing, and guess what? She can't even afford a hatchery. She's broke, and Byun, going from infinitely behind economically, is now like, hey, I'm mining with mules and 22 SCVs, and guess what? You're not mining. All I need to do is buy time. Rebuild mines, rebuild medevacs, build up the unit count, stop throwing Thors away to Mutalisks, which is easier said than done. She's going to come in for a big old wave. Watch out for the Widow Mine. Gets a few Banelings on the right. Oh, giant Marine rally. She's going to try to burrow some Banelings on the way out. Oh, he stands in front. He should have stemmed there. Byun. He just saw so many Marines unnecessarily. Now, it would be so funny if he finishes building that turret, because then that would spot the Banelings that burrowed. He's almost completely out of SCVs now. He's on 12, she's on 56. So even with long distance mining, she's going to be able to afford a hatchery, but she's not even trying. She's just building Zerglings, because that's all she's got. The turret finished. He sees the Banelings. They quickly unburrow and blow up the rest of these guys. I'd love to see her just burrow that again. She tries to. The mutas in the main. She's got to just pick off Marines. At this point, it's all about these mutas need to like just pick off Marines one at a time as they pop out and that sort of stuff, and look for mules and SCVs and this sort of thing. Now, the Overseer does lag behind a little bit. She splits it off. She says, okay, we'll join up with you later, mate. And 3 drones go down over on the right, I would imagine. Up there, that base is finally going to get taken. There's 3 queens up there. She's got 5 queens. They could really help in a future fight. She's making more Banelings. She's realizing, okay, how do I win this game? But burrowed Banelings, I guess. There's only 3 orbitals left. I can't believe she never managed to snipe one, despite having such a massive muta count. Honestly, I feel like Byun's escaped death. He's hidden Widow Mines. He hid 2 Widow Mines above the command center. She doesn't see it. And 2 Mutalisks go down. The rest very low. She's got to get out of there. Every Widow Mine is sacred right now, as is every Mutalisk. And the fact that the Overseer wasn't there ready for that, that's really frustrating for her. She wants to kill that Widow Mine. Now the Overseer rejoins the Mutalisks, but the Marines are guarding them until they cool down. Muta's going to dance down towards the natural. This battle of the teammates is actually just, whoa. And don't get me wrong, this has been far from perfect play on both sides. It's incredibly high level, but they've both been getting each other to make little mistakes and to let go of advantages throughout this series. And it feels like now at this point, you've got a Byun who's just hanging on for dear life. He's like, you know what, let's corner these mutas. Their best way out is probably through the north, which is why he spread some Marines there. And he's saying, yeah. And actually, okay, the best way out is the bottom right now. She's just going to hold position. Lings are going to run in. The Widow Mines fire. They've got a few Zergling kills do go down there. She's going to try and just pick off some depots right now. She was so slow to rebuild these hatcheries. And losing that bottom right was such a bummer for her. Oh, Banelings. Not the smartest unit. Not the smartest unit. Okay, so she's got a hatchery up. Only 4 mineral patches there, guys. That's going to be 800, 500, 600. So that's like about, let's say just under 3,000 minerals there. This base, though, very fresh, very fresh. That base will be worth a lot if she can keep it up. That is, of course, a big if. Widow Mine there should go down, but oh, quick unburrow. Might be able to get it out of there. She's like, okay, if your Marines are just going to try and corner me, like, we're just going to sit them there. Oh, look, he's building a Viking. He's building a Viking. He knows that these mutas are so valuable. If he can just pick at them with a Viking, he's going to force him to make a move. He's reinforced that area where he was weak. Now, I still think she could clump here and go along the flank. Oh, a Marine drop comes in. Oh, he's shuffling Marines. He was picking them up and dropping them. And he kills a whole bunch of Zerglings there. Oh, my God. We've almost hit 500 Zerglings dead in this game. 50 Mutalisks is the count. 100 Banelings, 272 Marines, and 13 Widow Mines. Not that many Widow Mines got built this game. The Mutas just ran the gauntlet. Sorry, guys. The Vikings started shooting them, and they ran for it. There's 10 left. There was 13 before. I think 3 Mutas may have died. Maybe only 1, actually. Maybe there was only 11 Mutas trapped back there, but they do get out for the most part. And we've got a mining base. We've got another half mining base. Scarlett's building stuff. He's only on 13 SCVs. She's building 6 mutas. Honestly, take another hatchery. Where though? Here. She should take a hatchery on the right, just in case she loses the left. She's got 46 drones, but if she takes 1 more big hit to her drone count, there won't be the bounce back. There won't be the recovery. 52 Marines and 4 Widow Mines are coming, guys. 4 Widow Mines and 52 Marines. Oh no. That is a crazy... She's on 4 banelings. She's making 14 more. She's trying to make adrenal. She's realizing she forgot that earlier in this game. She never afforded 3-3 either, right? Because she was so lair tech focused. Her drones are stuck. She's going to lose all of her drones. Her banelings can't get down there. Oh no! Her banelings can't get down there. And as they change angles, the Widowmines may be able to potentially fire. She has to fight there with her drones. She loses 27 workers in an engagement. Now she's trying to bait these shots, but oh no! She couldn't quite get the Baneling count up in time. She was rebuilding her Muta count. If she just built more Ling Bane, I think she could have tried to chase that army back. But now, she's on 19 workers. He's still... How does he still have 3 orbital command centers? I don't... How are you still alive? I am watching a dead man just keep getting back up, getting kicked in the throat, and then he gets up again, and she kicks him in the throat, and he gets up, she kicks him in the throat, he gets up again, and he just does not stop fighting. And I think at some point, she's so flawed by the fact that he's walking towards her zombie mode, trying to just, you know, win the game, eating every shot that she throws his way. She started to make some mistakes. The Spores there, getting some good damage. I like that transfuse Spore maneuver. Gets a Viking, damages a medevac. But she's just got so few Ling Bane. She's still got this base to the top right, but look at the spready. I think with that spready, with the double upgrade advantage that I really have not talked about enough this game, it's just massive. The trading so in the favor of Byun, and my lord, what a comeback in game 3. What a comeback there. We could see the epic trading. So many Zerg units dying in that game. The units lost have absolutely incredible, about 20,000, 18,000 between them. And honestly, just an incredible comeback from Byun. I do think there was a few moments there where she could have done Ling Run buys on open bases, or the Mutas could have flown in the main earlier. But he did such a good job of just attacking, even in the face of dire circumstances. He kept Scarlett on the defense, and he wins the series and goes to the round of 16. Bloody well played.